on old Bob. How's everybody doing out there in the chat in the world of online streaming bowling?
What's happening?
We are underway with some practice now. Trying to get caught up in the chat because what we have been doing is we have been the safety net of the tournament, and we have been working vigorously on tournament office duties, helping out the staff here because of their issues that they've had with their software. And a little lack of staff here, but that's okay. They didn't know how many teams and how much action was going to come out and how it was going to happen, but we're here to help them. So, Doug, you don't know this yet, but I'm probably going to have to spend probably 25% of the time this block assisting with running the tournament, which is fine because the tournament's got to run first. So I might have to find you Aaron Hawkins or somebody to come up here and sit in the booth. But trying to get caught up on the chat here, just looking through. Give me just a moment for that. We'll let you enjoy a little bowling as we look through what's going on here. We did find out that there were some people that posted some inappropriate links in this chat. So we now have the ability to ban users. We can now ban users, and we can ban them by their IP address or by just their posting name. And we can ban you forever, a couple of weeks, however long we want. So Ryan figured that one out. And those of you in the chat, obviously there's been a little controversy today. And we always welcome controversy. So if it does get out of hand, though, we will end up banning you, which is something we've never have to do before. So just want to let you know that you've been warned on that one. So, but we're happy to have you in here. And I saw a couple of names here in the chat. I thought I saw the Proprietors Cup, if that's Billy Isolt or Wayne. Hope you guys are doing well. And also I saw Gary B in here. I don't know if that's Gary Beck or not, but if it is, hello Gary Beck. As we look through here, I'm sure this is Isolt in the chat. There's a lot of positive comments coming, and he's Mr. Positive. Let's see. I don't really see any negatives other than Bob. If there's somebody else that has negative things to say, just go ahead and just start retyping it all now so I can see it. Other than Bob, because Bob is a professional weed puller. He wrote me an email earlier to talk about that and the standards that he deals with out there while pulling the weeds. There's special soil and clay and all the different types of planet Earth that when you pull the weeds, it's so very, very demanding and gut-wrenching that...
He broke down and let us know about UPS.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, because they're never late on anything.
Oh, Bob and Steve are going to put together a tournament together.
Yeah,
please send us your flyer. We're there.
Yes.
We are so there.
Love to.
Yep. Make sure you pay out over 100%, though. You can't pay out any less than over 100% of the entry fees collected, okay? Hester's throwing urethane again. Yeah, it appears that he is. I'm sure Fagan's throwing urethane again. This pattern is gonna hook. 85 viewers.
Viewing horrible coverage.
So at this point in time, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and start a new recording here. We'll get you all caught up here. We'll do our intro and
let's get it going.
Bring you in for some wonderful bowling action here today at the Mary Teubner. Second 5 games bowling on Broadway. We'll be right with you.
Broadway.
There's a crowd in here that fooled themselves. They brought their friends and they made their hell. They faked their grin in a lonely cell to the bitter end. But what do I know? There are a few in here that hurt themselves. They kick and bend and I try
Okay, welcome in everybody to the Mary Teubner Classic here. A little qualifying. Second set of games. Mike Flanagan here alongside Doug Lakey. We're here at this wonderful event. Actually, part 2 of today. Earlier this morning, they bowled on Abbey Road, and now they're bowling on Broadway. We're here in the booth. Hello, everybody, and we've got 8 cameras here for you today. We'll start out over here with Chris Hester, who's bowling with his group, and we'll get everybody up to speed on what's going on with standings and everything. Doug Lakey, Mike Flanagan here with you, InsideBowling.com.
Yes, sir.
And want to thank our great sponsors of this event. Title sponsors, of course, Storm and Rotogrip. Thank you so much for actually getting involved in this event, helping Jeff with it. Jeff's been raising money for over 11 years in Mary Teubner's name for cancer research. And all the other great sponsors, Kingpin Lane, Sherman Chiropractic, E.E. Thomas Garage, Sickich, IMB Bank, the Carter Brothers Lumber Company, Roche's Gym, Body Quest Store. And of course, there are all the bowling ball companies are on board. We'll go over those a little bit later. Thank our sponsors throughout, and thank you all for coming in and being with us. We've had over 100 viewers all day long, and we're underway in game number 6, but game number 1 of this block. Doug, the action has been fast, furious. Trying to commentate on 40 people at one given time has been a bit of a challenge, but it's been certainly enjoyable.
Yeah, it has.
And the amount of names and bowlers coming through here is just phenomenal.
With the hiccup with the scoring corrections or bracket and that fiasco, we do not have a list of pairings for tonight's block, which I'm assuming they were going to try and get to us during the break. But with that said, we kind of got an idea on who everybody is. We're streaming lanes 13 through 20.
You know, if we do our homework here, everybody should be starting a pair to the right than what they were before, so we should be really close.
Pretty close, yep. Well, some guys are starting to pair. The left goes left and the rights go right.
Oh, okay.
So
let's go ahead and take a look at the standings, get you up to speed on how things work around here if you're just joining us. Down below, you'll see your standing sheet where they're at through 5 games, and it looks like, I haven't even looked at this, Doug, but the Solid 9 Pro Shop with Pete Weber and Anthony Lacaz, Camden Rokita, Corey Kistner, and Rick Coy are leading the tournament by 1 pin over Team Barris.
Right. Yep, and Team Barris was
your pick.
My pick.
Yeah, sure was. And then, of course, Jeff Riggle's great Turbo 2-in-1 team, probably the most unified team here, sit 3rd, and they're just lurking there in the wings. We're looking to just take the top 10 teams for tomorrow. That is the cut line, which right now is Team Vox, which actually has our own Brian Burkhardt on that team, along with our own John Brocklin. And our InsideBowling.com open winner from 2012, Danny Spink. So,
speaking of InsideBowling.com, they're currently in 4th place.
Yeah, we do have a team here in our jerseys.
132 pins behind 2nd.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
I'm sorry, 3rd. No, they're 132 behind 2nd and only 6 behind 3rd. So,
which means they're 133 behind 1st.
Yep.
Yeah,
which means they can do it.
So that's exciting, and it is warm here in the center part of the bowling center. Not unbearable, but it is a little warm. And each ends of the building are a little cooler, and on those ends of the building is where the lanes are playing a little bit tighter, and they're hooking a little more through the area that we're live broadcasting. And don't forget, if a player shoots 300, we're giving away Stability Strikes socks today. And earlier we saw a young gentleman over here on 19 and 20 throw the first 11 and throw it right in the gutter. And if you want to watch that, if you go down below the tournament standings, you will find 290 the hard way, and you can watch that video uploaded from our iPad here. We did give them the Stability Strikes because it was a quite embarrassing moment, but we'll be uploading that to YouTube probably, and they'll get plenty of hits. So great sport about it, totally great, and I want to welcome in all of our great people here in the chat, including even Bob. But let's thank Bumpus, AMF Tim, Gary B, Proprietors Cup, all you guys, Bowling for Dum Dums. It's great to have a great chat as always, and you guys are very smart. Help us out always, and whenever we don't know if somebody won a tournament or need an update on something, you guys give us all the info to tell everybody about, and we greatly appreciate that. We claim to be the most interactive online bowling, and I feel like
too interactive.
Yeah, sometimes. But this is really the day where we get our feet wet. And tomorrow morning when we get down to Baker, the top 10 teams, we're going to have 20 games of Baker tomorrow. And no stepladder or anything, it's just done. So tomorrow, obviously, it'll be all bowling talk. But if you want to bring something up or talk to us about anything going on here, have any questions, let us know. We also have this special camera here that we're just introducing at this event right here, and it's called the fan cam. We actually move it with our hand. We can pretty much show you anything you want. There's Tommy Jones up on the approach, and he's bowling right there. Looks like some players are going light here out of the get-go on the more hook and pattern, but there's just kind of a look around at what's going on here in the bowling center. We're making you dizzy, sorry about that, but that's what we got. Now back over to a stationary camera here so you all don't throw up your buttered popcorn. I know you guys have been cooking. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their Saturday afternoon. It's just 6:30 here, and bowlers are bowling 5 games, so we should have coverage here Central Time up through about 11:30 tonight. And Doug yesterday when we left thought we could maybe stream the bar for a little while, little uncensored bar afterwards talk, but we don't know if we'll end up doing that or not.
Probably not.
We've got Michael Fagan here is hanging out with us as well. He's just in front of us bowling on the team with Hester. Mike Wolf, Casey Murphy. So Doug, we're out of the gate strong here, and I predicted 723 to be the cut score after 10 games, and 10th right now is 417. So players got a little higher pace. If you take 417 times 2, that's 834. So we'll see how this pattern plays.
Right, that'd put that 100 over. Some guys thought this pattern was going to play softer and the scores were going to go up, but watching everybody's ball reaction here, a frame and a half, 2 frames in, I'm not seeing that comfort level that I would expect to see for a higher projected scoring pace. I think some straighter players with some guys more up the back of the ball might be able to attack this and use the friction to their advantage. But early on here, I'm seeing the ball not check down lane.
Yeah, I would agree with you as I take a look here. Hester is throwing urethane, and it's pretty much going high flush, trying to run over the rack, and he's having success early here. Let's take a look at their team. Mike Wolf is actually getting his bowling ball ready on 16. It's kind of hard to see here as you're watching lane 15 and 14 really good. We're really up right on the action this week, so we're not able to zoom out anymore, but gives you a better look at the pins anyway. So you see Tim Barrett there on lane 17. You can see he just took the 4 off the bucket. Mike Wolf.
He's throwing urethane as well. I think that's a U2.
I think you're right. I think it's that new U2, and he's way outside. It looks good, though.
Yeah.
He's talking to Tommy Jones down there. Also just got to look at Brian Burkhardt here. Doug, there's not many tournaments that we run where I'm chomping at the bit to bowl. I want to bowl, don't get me wrong, I'm a bowler, but this one, man, oh my God. I wish I was shooing them up.
Yeah.
Right now. I sure do. Let's go ahead and get everybody on board. I want to know, everybody in the chat, it's around dinner time, or hopefully you've eaten already. I want to know what you had for dinner tonight, and if it was made at home or if it was takeout or you went and ate out tonight. I want to know what you had tonight for dinner. Let's look at Mike Fagan.
With the old red hammer.
They call him the king of swing. Maybe we can get him on for a quick interview, you think?
We can try.
I think we can get Mike for a quick interview. Now, our webcam, for some reason, the audio is not mixed up as good, but let's see what we can do. See if I can get him. He's been on our IB show before. Proprietors Cup's working in the center tonight, eating snack bar food. Oh no, they're having Qdoba carryout. And AMF Tim's just drinking some Bud Lights with us.
Yeah, the format, we're going to have 5 more team games this evening on Broadway. And we're going to cut to the top 10 teams, starting again tomorrow for 10, it would be 10 Baker matches, so 20 games total.
Correct.
With bonus.
Derek Olf just stoned like the worst 8-pin I've ever seen on lane 17 with a modern marble, looks like. Let's look at Chris Hester right here in front of us. Fagan and Casey Murphy are having a pretty in-depth conversation about what the pattern's doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if I can get Fagan over here.
Maybe at the end of the game. They're going, they move into the right or to, no, they'll be moving to the left. So
I'm going to try to get them.
Boy, if we could get that conversation.
They're on the second bowler right now. We'll get them the next frame.
If we could get that conversation. If JB was here, she'd just shove a microphone in between their heads and just listen to them talk.
And we're real proud of our InsideBowling.com team here today. No doubt about it. They sit 4th going into this game.
Team Barris, I'm pretty sure, is down on the high end. The last pair that they're using, which is like 27, 28, 29, 30.
Tony Oliva out there bowling, one of our big supporters on Facebook all the time on lane 16. Mike Wolf's wearing his nice pink shirt today.
Yes.
We can ask Fagan why he didn't wear his pink Argyle.
Tommy Jones light on the right lane, high on the left lane.
They had 27 teams enter this event this morning, and they're still all competing. We're going to have a cut here tomorrow where they will be reduced down to 10 teams, and all 10 will cash, as Tommy Jones leaves the 6-10 and just goes right by the 6 and just takes the 10. So the spare shooting early on for Team TFJ is very suspect. Let's go over and get a look at Jeff Riggle's Turbo 2-in-1 team. They sit 3rd coming into this block. And they talked about how they were going to play the outside part of the lane. And I even mentioned yesterday, Mark McDowell should out-average everybody in the field this block. And he does start with the first 3.
Riggles is hot. He's
yeah, he is.
Taking everybody's sodas and wiping his forehead off with it.
Yeah, he sure is.
I wish we had that on the fan cam.
Well, we can get that on the fan cam.
Get him. Yeah, he's not going. He was just wiping that cup on his head. Gail Myers goes high.
You know, I expect Myers to struggle a little bit on this pattern if he continues to play the lanes towards the outside part of the lane like the rest of the team. This is a pattern because it is a challenge pattern and not a sport pattern, and there are multiple angles to the pocket. I would think that Myers and Richter should attack the lanes from farther inside, and that Shady, Riggles, and McDowell should all attack the lanes from the outside part of the lane. And it's no surprise to see Gale struggling a little bit, trying to play the outside part of the lane. Although I don't know his game that well, but I just know the way he bowls, and I see him more of a... I mean, all-time lifetime average at the USBC tournament is usually a 15 to 10 line, and then you just get deeper and deeper and deeper, even though they do break down outside early. Gale, when he starts stringing them, really starts to move in a little bit. So we'll wait and see. Here's Mike Fagan. And back over to Barrett trying to get it going.
I was trying to find my Bears boys. I'm almost I can't even see them. They're so far away. So I was like, it was like the third or fourth game before they were even close to our view in the first 5 games.
Yeah.
So I'd have to assume it would be the same.
Pretty
these
close.
5 games, because everybody's starting a pair to the left or to the right of where they started this morning.
Correct.
I'm just making sure they're not right in front of us here. And I'm just
see if I can get Mike to come up here. Hey, Mike. Would you want to do a quick interview just for a second? Yeah, just grab the mic.
we got the fan cam.
About right here.
Hey,
Yeah.
you can look wherever you want.
Yeah, wherever you want.
Look off.
Just go that way just a little bit. All right, here he is, everybody. It's the Argyle Assassin, the King of Swing. What's your favorite nickname?
I like the King of Swing. Oh, they're both okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you make them up yourself, or
No.
So they've.
I don't give myself.
Well, what if you had
nicknames.
to? Yeah. Well, Mike J gives
bad
everybody
taste.
the nicknames, right? Isn't it Mike J?
Mike J either gives it to him or gives it to people or finds them online or something. You know.
So, do you have your own? Like
what?
What do you want to call yourself? Like
Usually go by my real name.
Michael Fagan.
Mike Fagan, yeah.
Yeah, Mike Fagan.
Mike's a nickname.
So, is your email address really? Is it MikeFagan@me.com or?
No.
Because isn't that what it says on your collar most of the time? What is the?
I was trying to start a website, MikeFagan.me, because MikeFagan.com, the guy wanted like 20 grand to start the site, so he was gouging me. But no, I stick with FaganBowling.com. That one works.
Yeah, it's a nice, slick looking
Simple.
site.
Tells the story.
Right.
Yeah. So you just had a clinic scheduled that ended up getting canceled. That's why you're here, right?
Yeah, last minute decision to come down. When they told me the team, I was like, all right, I'm in.
So what are they like out there now compared to earlier today? What are you seeing?
A lot of similarities. You know, just a little bit shorter, obviously, but still a lot of friction in the pattern. So you still gotta make good shots and definitely stay ahead of the moves because they're breaking down pretty fast.
So red ball you were throwing earlier. What was that?
It's an old urethane ball.
What was it? A red hammer?
Red hammer, yeah. Old urethane ball.
Yeah.
So.
You're with the EBI brand, so you're allowed to throw that.
Well, they don't really make anything comparable nowadays.
Right.
But, they're
Looks
hooking
good
out there, so definitely an advantage to have urethane today.
Right.
What are you throwing now?
Same ball.
Same
urethane,
ball? Yeah. You wish there was a little more oil on the lanes?
It is what it is.
Okay.
I'm not really concerned. Whatever they put out there, I'm going to try to whack them. We'll see.
All right, well, good luck, man. You're going to be up
man.
here in a couple frames. Thanks
All
for
right,
coming
thanks,
over.
Mike.
Come by anytime you want.
Will do.
Good luck.
There you have it, Mike Fagan, just stopping by, hanging out. He's he likes Mike Fagan.
Yeah.
That's his favorite nickname. It's his real name.
Yeah. He made a good point. He said Michael's my real name, so Mike's actually my nickname.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I
which
got
is
the
true.
same thing going on. Well,
my name's Douglas, and I go by Doug. So
I just got tapped on the shoulder to go down there.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn the entire booth over to Doug.
Nice. I've got Laura Fanegra in the booth now.
You think she'd sit in?
She's not listening to me.
Hey, Laura, you want to sit and talk a little bit? No, you'll be fine. Yeah, just talk to Doug. Will you plug her in? I think she's plugged in, or she was. That one right there, she plugs in right there. Yeah. Look at this. Turn her up, and we'll be good to go. Richter and them are really starting to get into it down there too. We'll get you over to their pair. TJ, yeah, you guys are good. So we're gonna turn things over to Doug and Laura Fanegra sitting right there in the booth with us. You see Sue Dyer over there, and Carrie, Mark McDowell's wife, and Jeff Riggle's girlfriend also. And take it away, guys.
Laura, can you hear me? We're going to do a little mic check. Can you hear me now?
No.
Yeah, you can't. You just said no. Can you hear me?
No, I can hear anything.
You can't?
I don't know.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
It sounds like, not very clearly. I hear some noise, but I don't hear anything.
Let me try this.
Here you go, Doug. Don't spill this.
Okay. Now it's going to get spilled.
Yeah, now I hear you.
You can hear us?
Yes.
All right. We got Lindenwood sensation Laura Fanegra in the booth with us here. And I got to have help. I can't talk anymore. I can't talk. I can't sit here by myself. The chat room doesn't talk to me. They just type. So take it away.
Did you guys get that on the live stream?
Yes. I didn't see it. I was plugging her in. So what's up, Laura? You bowling at Lindenwood this coming season, or are you done?
No, I'm done with school now.
Did you graduate and everything?
Yep,
Nice.
finally. Last year was my last year bowling, so.
How was if there was some younger female high school athletes out there that were considering college bowling, what would be your words of advice?
Well, college bowling, it's awesome. It's an awesome experience, especially the big schools that had a lot of program, like a big program where you get to bowl to where you get to go to a lot of tournaments. You get a lot of experience over there, and
Right.
that's what bowling is about. It's about experience, basically.
Right. You know, those of you that don't know Laura, she is not from Missouri. Where are you from?
I'm from Columbia. I'm not even from the States.
Right. So talk about an experience. What was that like? Did you come over just right out of high school to Lindenwood, or how did that work?
Well, yeah, I was in high school when I actually was kind of the Nebraska bowling program kind of like searched for me and stuff, because I
Yeah.
bowled a couple of tournaments for Team Columbia, and then I met Deandra, who bowled over there.
Right.
So she kind of tried to help me. Well, somehow I ended up at Lindenwood, which I don't regret at all.
No.
I loved it.
Right.
But it's awesome. I mean, college, it's great.
Did you know English?
Right before I came to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of were fluent.
Yeah.
You could get around. That's good.
Well, I mean, I'm not native speaker. I made some mistakes, but
Oh, sure.
I kind of understand almost everything, and then I mean, I was able to go through school without English, so
Right.
I guess I'm not awful.
No. What? So are you bowling now anymore?
Well, yeah, I bowl for Team Columbia,
Okay.
and then some like tournaments during weekends and stuff like that, and like maybe some women majors like the U.S. Open or Queens.
Yeah.
Since I'm done with school now,
You bowled the women's event at Tubby's, didn't you, in St. Charles?
Yeah.
Are you bowling the
didn't
next
do
one?
very well.
That's all right, but I mean, are you bowling the next one too?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure I was bowling.
What do you think of this event so far? Where would we be playing the lanes at today, on the shorter pattern here?
Well, I really haven't paid that much attention, but I guess since I'm a girl and I've seen a couple of shots from Liz and Jody,
Yeah.
I guess I'll be playing outside. But
Right.
obviously, women that don't have that much rev rate as guys.
Right.
From what I'm seeing, what I have in front of me, like team with Tommy and Jesse and Chris and Derek, they're just hitting the head paint a lot.
Yeah.
Like in the head, through the nose,
Right.
through the nose, almost all the shots. So I guess it's kind of dry. I guess they'll hit some carry down after.
Sure.
In a little bit, hopefully soon.
Yeah, after like 10, 12 hours of this, we run out of stuff to do. The 2-hour delay was enough to talk about, so we're... So what'd you get your degree in, Lindenwood?
I started with mass communication with an emphasis in TV and radio. And
Hey,
then
look at this.
I ended up with advertising, and I ended up doing a couple of more emphasis in public relations and management and sales. So that's what I graduated from.
Yeah. Are you looking for, are you job hunting right now, or are you just chilling?
I'm just waiting for my visa so I can get a job as a legal person.
Right.
Hopefully I'll get it soon. They say it takes between a month and 3, so. Who's the team that it's leading right now? Who's
It's a Solid 9 Pro Shop by a pin over Dave Barris's team, and the Solid 9 is like Pete Weber, Anthony Lacaz, Camden Rokita, Corey Kistner. I can't remember who their fifth. Rock Coy. Sorry about that. Rick Coy.
You said it right after.
I did. No, I was. I pronounced it wrong.
Oh,
It was
gotcha.
misspelled on the sheet, and I forgot.
Oh. can change over here. Team game, 50 pins is nothing.
Right. Yeah, there's not enough team bowling right now in our sport. It's definitely a refreshing change. Wish we were out there bowling as well. But it's fun doing this too.
For sure. What do you think about this pattern? Doesn't look very high scoring.
Yeah.
At least around here.
No, we were talking about that, and the consensus was a lot of people thought it was going to be more high scoring this evening. But I think I don't know if it's when they overlaid the pattern, you know, if there was overlay from the pattern before or what. You know, if they're just trying to find comfort zone in there, but it seems to be a little more lower scoring than the start of the first 5 games this morning. So,
Well, the first 5, the games this morning were pretty high scoring. That's why
Yeah.
it was pretty high scoring.
right. So what do you think the cut's going to be? Flanagan thinks it's going to be in the mid 700s. Right now it's
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is it right now?
it was 417 after 5.
I think it might be another 300,
Yeah, around 725 or so.
something like that. Kind of like a low 700, I think.
Yeah,
From what I'm seeing
it'd be
right
close,
now.
right?
Who knows about the transition later?
Sure.
They might get easier, they might get harder.
Right.
Teams might get pumped up a little bit later. That might help them too. I think first game, after 5 games that they had this morning and lunch.
Right. Which was more like dinner because it was 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yep, I
And then
agree.
sitting around the bowling center for another hour after they got here.
Just waiting on
Yeah.
delay.
No fun.
Not really.
That bad? Our fearless leader grabbed the laptop and was headed towards the tournament office. That's not good.
What's going on?
I don't know. We, on an inside bowling event, we have our team, where we're actually running the event, streaming the event, and in charge of all aspects of the tournament.
Yeah.
In this case, we were just brought, we coming in just to stream the event, and that's it. That's why Mike and I are here. But they've asked for our help.
With standings and stuff?
With, whether it's with the tournament coordinator software, I think is their issue. Whether they set it up wrong, or it is kind of a tricky software. It's not very user-friendly. So I'm assuming that's what where they're at, and instead of waiting till the 5 games were over and then catching a problem like they did after these 5, maybe trying to catch one now and eliminating the process that we had to go through this afternoon and catch it early. So he must have found something and gonna handle it now instead of at the end of 5 games at 11 o'clock tonight.
I think it might be later than that.
Yeah. As it's already 7 and we're 6 frames through the first game.
Yep. Well, I guess people were expecting that. This is a rough format and like a long format anyway.
Right. Well, thanks for sitting in the booth.
Thanks for the invitation.
You can come and go as you please. Don't feel stuck.
Not at all.
All right. We're gonna start having some fun with some of these guys here. It's gonna be a long evening.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Time for some Stellas.
Oh, I wish. That's what you want.
They had some at Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's where I was
They had it on tap.
I was probably sitting right by you.
Yeah, I was
right
like
next to you guys.
Yeah, you guys must have been. We were just sitting right. I don't know, right in the center of the place, on the bar side.
Oh, we're sitting behind the bar.
It's like a bowling thing. They should sponsor bowling. It used to be Hooters and now it's Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, since Buffalo Wild Wings is just so close to this place.
Right. And it's pretty, it's not reasonably priced, but it's pretty fast.
Yeah. We got some trouble today and we got a discount on the checks.
Oh yeah?
It took forever and it messed up like half of our order, so.
Oh.
We ended up eating at 4:30. We're supposed to be here before 5. Even though we started at 6, they started at 6:30.
So Laura, we got our first question in the chat for you. Proprietors Cup wants to know what your opinions are for the future of women's bowling.
Well, unfortunately the tour was over like 2 years ago. I'm not 100% sure about it. You can help me about it. not 100%, but and that was pretty sad because I mean we all and even the pro women bowler, well, they all looking for it.
Right.
Because it's like I mean that's what they like and it's like their job for them and for some other future bowlers. And now unfortunately we just have like 2 or 3, let's say 2 big tournaments to bowl, which is the Queens and the Women's Open. Besides the new tournaments that you guys are making, like the one we had in St. Louis.
Right.
And correct me, but isn't like another one in September or something like that?
Yeah, in Decatur.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to get one in Olathe, Kansas.
Which is really good. I mean, we don't have that many tournaments, so.
Yep.
And I think it's a pretty like center area where like a lot of women can go over there.
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of easy to drive.
The Women's Bowling Alliance. Yeah, we're trying to do as much with them as we can, so.
Hopefully it gets a little bit like more tournaments to bowl because we don't have that many. And it's not a secret that when we get to bowl with guys,
right,
we don't shine that more. We don't shine that much.
Well, the women's event at Plaza Lanes in St. Charles was awesome.
I think that was a really, really, really good tournament.
Seemed like there was some concern, like there was a little too much oil out there, but I don't know.
Well, I had the opportunity to bowl the first squad, and then I didn't make it, so I got to bowl the second one. And then I thought the first squad was pretty good. I think it was pretty easy, even though I didn't make it. And then I bowled the second one, and it turned a little bit harder because I guess it had more oil and more oil.
Right.
And I talked, let's say, to Stephanie Nation, who bowled at 3 squads.
Right.
And it definitely, every squad had more oil and more oil and more oil.
Right. Just the overlay, and it carried.
I didn't think it was that much oil for a woman. I think it was a good amount. You don't want to make it that dry where everyone gets to bowl up to the first 5 boards.
Right.
And just make it look as a house shot. Because that's not what the good bowlers want.
Right.
I think that was a really good event. Like a really, really good event.
Oh, man. Mike sits his laptop back down with tournament coordinator up on the screen. That's good. I'm glad we were here to help, you know. Mike and I saved him probably another 45 minutes with all the bracket stuff we knocked out just sitting here in the booth. So it's scary to think if we wouldn't have been here, although for some reason we were taking a lot of blame for the mishaps when we weren't even here. We went out to lunch. We walk in and everybody's asking us about brackets. And we're like, never entered one bracket. So glad we were here to help. But the bracket thing is never fun when something goes wrong.
I got so many.
Hey, Mike. How we doing, bud?
Chris Hester on the approach on lane 16. Through the face. For a 2-4.
Laura has just filled everybody in that knows any female high school bowlers or anybody aspiring to be a collegiate bowler on her experiences from Columbia to the U.S.
From Columbia 300?
Nope. Columbia.
Columbia.
Did you know Clara Guerrero before you?
Oh yeah, obviously she started making Team Columbia before me.
Yeah.
She is around 7 or 8 years older than me.
Right.
But then we started to make the team together. We got really close, and now we're in the team together. So we share a lot of experiences.
Yeah.
We've been sharing a lot since the past 5-7 years.
So I want to know, you've been watching this tournament all day.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys have probably already possibly talked about this. Is there a team out there that catches your eye that you say, these guys are going to be tough to beat, other than the one with Tim on it?
Well, honestly, on the paper, obviously, I thought that team was really hard to beat, but as we all know, they're not doing very well. So I don't really know. They got Tommy Jones, they got Jesse Boss, they got two really good PBA bowlers. They got Durga, which is probably top 3 amateurs in the world. They have a really solid team. They're struggling right now.
They're missing spares.
And they got some couple of splits too, and they didn't do very awesome this morning. They didn't do awful, but they didn't do great, as I'm sure a lot of people were expecting.
We're talking with Laura Flanagan here, formerly from Lindenwood University's bowling program. She has used all of her years of eligibility. Doug Lakey, Mike Flanagan here in the booth. We're covering the Mary Teubner Team Challenge. We're in game number 6. 7th frame. They're bowling on Broadway.
Broadway.
And we're sitting here getting a glimpse of some great bowling.
Mike's on Facebook. Check him out at facebook.com/Inside Bowling. He's always working. He sat down with his laptop and had tournament coordinator up on the screen. You want to clue me in on that? Did we just get hired on to the tournament team as well? Or the tournament staff?
Let's just say I've been helping.
Are you guys updating scores on your Abbey Open website?
Yeah, Doug can show you. We've got...
Actually, if you want to look yourself, you can scroll right down on that Apple iPad.
So everyone can start looking scores at the IBOpen.com website.
Correct, yeah.
That is insidebowling.com.
If you, I'll show you right here. If you click on that, it takes us to the live stream page. And then just below the video box, the standings are posted.
Oh yeah, so pretty easy to get there. So whoever is watching can follow them. Yes.
You see a hand up on the screen right now. That's Mike Fagan. There's a fan right above him. He's trying to cool his hand. He does not have a question for you guys in the chat right now. I know it kind of looks like that, but he does not have a question for you.
If those of you guys, if you're getting a little dull in the regular video stream, if you go just below the standings and hit play on the video that's popped up there with the gentleman in the red shirt, you will see in the fifth game of the first block, we had a participant in the tournament with the front 11. We took our handy iPad down to get his 12th shot, and it just didn't make it back from out there. So I watched that shot there. I'm thinking, Well, he's got this. But
290 the hard way is what we call it.
290 the hard way is going to be obviously on our site and will be up on YouTube this evening.
Are you going to upload it on YouTube this evening?
Who said? Somebody already asked? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that up here.
So we got the 12 shot. Now, mind you, we have a pair of the stabilizer socks for anybody that shoots
Stability Strikes.
Stability Strikes.
StabilityStrikes.com.
That, yeah.
Can I drive here for a second on this particular screen? I
On
need to
this
check
one?
a couple of things. Yeah.
Give me the keys. There's our friend Mindy.
Hi, Mindy.
Mindy.
Where's the control panel for all this?
I had to take it off there because we would have had to reboot the whole thing. Brian told me to take it down. Yep.
Okay, well, we got first 9 over here, Mark McDowell.
Told ya.
Wow, that's impressive.
Because they're playing them right. We line those guys in.
Yes.
You want to take the iPad down there and get his 12th shot and be some Jackie Bowling for us?
Sure.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought you were for real. I was just gonna do it so you can upload it to your website.
We'll just get the 12th shot. Well, if he gets the first 2, then I'll just run down there. Because we had 3 300s going in the 4th game, and I had the iPad up. I left the booth. I was going to get every 12th ball, and every one of them 4-pinned in the 10th. So
Are
I
you
was like,
serious?
yeah,
All
I was
of
like,
them?
I'm done. That's not my intention. We're just trying to show everybody what's happening.
I think it was your fault. I missed.
That's right. So that's what everybody was.
Feel the pressure of the camera.
That's what everybody was instant to let me know.